Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I am Luke Monster, and today we're going to be talking about the future of the Black Series over the next few years and what I could expect for 2022, 2023, and beyond. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Real quick though, if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, please consider hitting that sub button because we are so close to our 5,000 subscriber goal on the channel. We're actually just a little bit over 150 subs away, which is absolutely amazing. We've gained so many subs over the last few weeks. It's just amazing. So thank you guys so much for all the recent support. It means a whole lot more than you guys actually know, and it helps out the channel a ton. So if you guys are not yet subscribed, I would greatly appreciate it if you consider hitting that sub button. And then we're actually doing a giveaway on the channel as well. Once we hit 5K, I'll be releasing a giveaway video giving away this ARC Trooper Echo. All you have to do is make sure you're subbed to the channel, and then once we release that giveaway video, all you have to do is comment on that video, and I'll pick a random winner from the comments. So, like I said, I'll release that giveaway video once we hit 5K though. You do have to be subbed to the channel to enter, and yeah, thank you guys so much. I do really appreciate it. Let's go ahead and get into the video. So we are at the start of the new year. It is now 2022, and that means we have a lot to look forward to over the next year or two for the Black Series. And we don't exactly have everything confirmed yet, but I do want to give some stuff we do already have confirmed, and then some of my predictions for what I think we're going to get over the next few years as well. So yeah, I think one thing that's not necessarily confirmed yet, but I know Yakface has rumored towards it, and I think they've done it with pretty much every other movie in the past when it's been an anniversary. So I think that we will be getting a 20th anniversary of Attack the Clones wave. We don't know if it's going to be like a one small wave with maybe 4 or 5 figures, or it might be an entire like set of 3 waves like they've done with A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back. So I'm hoping towards the second option there, with a wave of 3, or like a set of like 3 waves of figures over the course of the year. That's what I'm guessing is going to happen, but you never know. They might surprise us and just give us 2 or 3 figures. We'll see. But if I can say anything, I'm going to have to guess and say that once they do this wave, they're going to be in the exclusive throwback packaging to Attack the Clones, which is something that I do really like. I'm not the biggest fan of the packaging, but I just love these throwback packagings. I know no matter what movie it is, I know they did it with the vintage cards with New Hope and Empire Strikes Back. They also did it with the Phantom Menace wave, and then they've also done it with, of course, the Clone Wars wave, or both of the Clone Wars waves, and a few other waves like that. So I think it's going to happen. I think we're going to get throwback packaging to Attack the Clones, something that looks a little bit like this. And I think there's pretty much already 4 figures we can guarantee we're getting in a wave, whether like I said, whether they do 4 figures or 3 whole waves. I think we're 100% guaranteed the 3 figures you see in front of you. So I think we're getting Episode 2 Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Padme. And then I think it's also pretty much guaranteed we're going to be getting a Count Dooku as well, considering that he is the main villain. I think those 4 are pretty much already confirmed for re-release this year. Like I said, whether it's just those 4 or a whole like 3 waves of figures is yet to be seen. And like I said, since this is the 20th anniversary of Attack the Clones, I think we're going to get a little bit more Separatist love as well, considering that there was a ton of different Separatist droids in this movie. So I think a Super Battle Droid is going to be a great figure to show up in the Black Series. I know a lot of people have been asking for it recently, and it is missing in the Black Series. So I think that is something we can safely say we could possibly be getting in 2022. And unfortunately though, looking at the recent figures Hasbro's released, they've released like Boba Fett and Wrecker, some of those bigger figures which, either have a few extra accessories or just a little bit bigger compared to other figures. They've been deluxe figures and have been a $30 price, unfortunately, but I think that's what's going to happen with the Super Battle Droid. It's not a super big figure, but it does have a little bit of height to it. It is kind of tall, and it is a little chunky as well, so I would not be surprised to see them market this as a deluxe figure. And then another few that I'd like to see, but I don't necessarily know that we would get them this year, is some variant of the droid officer, whether that's the Geonosian version or just a standard battle droid version. That's something I'd like to see, as I think, like I said, we need some more Separatist battle droid love in the Black Series, and it's just easy repaints like that, I think, are something we could get. And I'd also like to see a Droideka. This is a little bit far-fetched, as I don't necessarily know how they would do it. I'd love to see it, but we'll see. I don't necessarily know we'll get it this year. Something I do think Hasbro will bring back in 2022, though, is the vehicle line. I think that the last one they did was Episode 5 Snowspeeder for Empire Strikes Back, and that was under the 40th anniversary emblem, so I do think they're going to do an Attack the Clone emblem and do a few vehicles. I think there's one that we can almost guarantee if we are getting a vehicle, it's probably going to be Episode 2 Obi-Wan Starfighter. I think that this is the most iconic vehicle from the movie, I guess if you count out the Slave one, because you can't really make the Slave one in Black Series scale. So I think that this is the one we'd get. I think come with two figures. I think of course it would come with Obi-Wan and then maybe a R4 droid, I believe, R5. I cannot necessarily remember the droid's name, but Obi-Wan's droid, of course. And hopefully they do include two figures. You never know, they might just include the droid, but I think this is a pretty safe option for a vehicle they could release this year. But one that I would really like to see is kind of give me some inspiration from the Stormtrooper Dewback set, but I think it could be a Geonosian arena kind of set where it comes with an Episode 2 Anakin, and then it comes with the rhino animal. I don't know his name. I do apologize, but I'll throw up an image so you know what I talk about. So I think it'll come with maybe this animal right here, and then in Episode 2 Anakin to kind of like ride him. That's something I'd love to see. I think the Geonosian arena, like animal beasts, whatever you want to call them, are super cool, and I'd love to see them in a Black Series scale just because they're that perfect scale for the Black Series. And then last up, I do kind of want to get off of this Attack the Clones theme right now, but I think we're going to get a reissue of all of the Episode 2 Clone Troopers. So whether it is a re-release of the already existing colored ones we have, like the Commander, Captain, Lieutenant, and the Sergeant, whether it's a re-release of those or a brand new version of them on the new clone body, I think we're going to be getting a new version of them. Or I think they're going to get a re-release of some sort. And last up for Attack the Clones, this one has already been confirmed by Yakface, but we are going to be getting a Episode 2 Attack the Clones helmet as well for the Black Series, which is super cool. We've been asking for a clone helmet forever now, and I'm super happy to say that we will be finally getting one. Okay, so stepping away from Attack the Clones, moving on to the mainline Black Series waves. We already do have one that has been officially revealed yet, but we don't know when in 2022 they're going to be released or even put up for pre-order, but that is the Echo Omega wave. So this wave does consist of Bad Batch Echo, Bad Batch Omega, two Mandalorian figures. It does include Mandalorian Ahsoka, the Mandalorian Death Watch Trooper. Actually, I guess that would be three Mandalorian characters, because the third one is the client from the Mandalorian. So all of these characters are awesome, and I think I'm going to have to pick up every single one from this wave. And then we also do have another wave confirmed for 2022, and this one is another really good wave. Some of them I don't care as much about, but this wave does consist of ARC Trooper Jesse. This is a huge wave, like I said. ARC Trooper Jesse is awesome. I cannot wait to see him in the Black Series, but he is confirmed for this wave. We also have two Jedi. We have Ayla Secura and Ki-Adi-Mundi. Like I said, both of these are going to be super popular as well. And then another two figures that are kind of rumored to be thrown in with this wave. We are not officially confirmed to be a part of this wave yet, but it is right now rumored to be the Mandalorian security droid, New Republic security droid from that one prison ship episode. It's a alright figure. I don't know if we necessarily need this in the Black Series, but I guess it'd be nice to see. And then we also do have the Cantina musician. I know there's a name for this guy or even his species, but I don't know it, so I do apologize. But this one is really good, I think. I think we're finally getting some more of those background Cantina aliens, which I just really, really like. And plus, we also did get the Cantina set in the Black Series back in 2021, so this would just be nice to go with that. Then I think, of course, we're obviously going to be getting some more figures from the various TV shows that have been in the works with Disney. So I think Bad Batch might get a few figures this year. I don't necessarily know which ones. Obviously, we already do have Omega and Echo in the line yet to come out, but I think one that a lot of people have been asking for is Clone Commando / Scorch. I know both of these figures did make appearances in Bad Batch, and Hasbro just did make the Black Series boss figure, so they already have the mold for one of these commandos. All I'd have to do is repaint it and repack it in the Bad Batch packaging. So this is something that I definitely see as a possibility. You never know, but I think it'd be pretty cool to get. I think it's pretty obvious, though, we're going to be getting more Mandalorian figures. They've been pumping out Mandalorian figures left and right. I believe it is now one of the biggest sublines of the Black Series that we have is the Mandalorian line, so they're going to keep on pumping out figures from that. I can't necessarily say which ones, because I really don't know, but I think they're going to keep on pumping those out, and I'm fine with that because the Mandalorian is awesome. Then I also think that the Book of Boba Fett is going to get some more figures. We already do have, of course, Fennec Shand and Boba. Boba's not supposed to release until the very end of 2022, unfortunately, but I think they're going to keep on pumping out Book of Boba Fett figures, whether they put them in mainline waves or as exclusives. We're going to keep on getting them. Hopefully, we do get a Boba's Throne. Who knows? But like I said, the Book of Boba just started, so we don't necessarily know what figures we're going to be getting yet, as we don't know a ton of characters. But I know Hasbro loves to do repaints, and they love doing sandy or snowy versions of the character or muddy versions of the character like they've done with Mando. So I would not be surprised if we got a sandy Boba Fett from like the Escape of the Sarlacc pit. He was super like sandy and dirty in the Escape of the Sarlacc pit here, and this is also the exact same mold as the Return of the Jedi Boba Fett figure we already have. So all they have to do is repaint that and repack it, and there you go. So I would not be surprised if they decided to do a sandy variant of Boba Fett. And then Kenobi is actually starting in the middle of the year, so I do think we're going to be getting some Kenobi figures as well. Obviously, I think we're going to be getting a Kenobi and then a Darth Vader, as those are really the only two figures we have confirmed for the TV show altogether. So I think we're getting at least those two figures in the Black Series. Who knows if we get any more, but I would be pretty surprised if we didn't get those in the Black Series. And then looking at the Gaming Greats line, this Gaming Greats line has just pumped out so many great figures in 2021, and we already have a few great ones confirmed for 2022. So I have high hopes for this wave continuing down the line, but I think we're going to be getting a ton of figures. And they must have pumped out a good 8-9 figures in 2021, and so I expect the same thing for 2022. I'm hoping for them to continue Delta Squad since they've already done Boss. I hope they continue that, maybe give us one or two more this year of the squad. Hopefully all three, but we'll see. I think one that they really just 100% have to do is a Star Killer. I don't know if this would even be in the Gaming Greats line, considering that the Gaming Greats line is mostly just repaints and reuses of other figures. So I think that's the one problem, is they would have to make pretty much a brand new mold for a Star Killer. So if they were to do him, I guess I would see him maybe more apt to being in the main line rather than the Gaming Greats line. But either way, I just want to see a Star Killer, and I think 2022 and 2023 is just a great time to see them. Then of course, I know my whole fan base would get mad if I don't talk about it, so ARC Trooper 5s, I think we're going to be getting him in the next 2 years. Looking at other ARC Troopers released in 2021 and 2022, we didn't even know the ARC Trooper mold was a thing yet, and we got 2 ARC Troopers in 2021 with Echo and Fordo. Then we already have 2 confirmed for 2022 with the Umbra Trooper and with Jesse as well. So yeah, that's just the beginning of 2022. We still have the rest of 2022 to go to expect a 5s as well. So I think it's going to happen. I would not be surprised if 5s did get released in the next year or two. So that's really what I'm hoping for, but we'll see. Looking a little bit off into the future with 2023, I think it's 100% confirmed now that we're going to be getting a 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi wave. I think that's pretty much confirmed as of now, because we've got it for A New Hope and for Empire Strikes Back, so I would expect them to do it for Revenge or Return of the Jedi as well. So I think that, but I think we're going to be getting a HasLab, another one, pretty soon. I think Hasbro noticed how popular that the Rancor was, and I think they themselves knew that they messed up with the tiers and the stretch goals, and that's the reason why they failed. They're never going to admit it themselves that it was their fault, but they realize it deep down. They're never going to admit it, but they know it, and hopefully they see that, and hopefully they know that they're going to continue doing HasLabs in the future. And I think they're going to go with another Return of the Jedi one, and I think they're going to go with the ATST. I think it's a perfect HasLab scale, and I'd love to see them do it in the Black Series. So I think, like I said, since that is a Return of the Jedi HasLab, though, I think they would have to do that rather soon, so it would get released by the time Return of the Jedi is in its 40th anniversary. So I'd say within 2022 we will see another Black Series HasLab panel, and I'm guessing that it will be an ATST. And then last up, I'm going to be talking about the Black Series lightsabers. There are not a ton. We maybe only get 1 or 2 a year, so I think the one that we're going to be getting this year, like I said, I'm not sure about the second one, but I think the one that I can almost guarantee that we're going to be getting is an Episode 2 Anakin lightsaber. I think that, like I said, the 20th anniversary Attack of the Clones is pretty big for the Black Series, and I think this is a perfect opportunity for them to release a lightsaber based off of it. Plus, Episode 2 Anakin's lightsaber is surprisingly popular too, so I think that's the lightsaber we're going to be seeing in 2022. Who knows? We'll see. Anyway, guys, that is probably going to do it for the video. If you did enjoy, the like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And comment down below, what do you guys want to see in the next few years for the Black Series? Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.